Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kara Michelle and I'm here to help you live your truth. And today I'm really excited. I'm just diving right in about ways that you can heal your life. Now, I have been diving into a few different modalities the last few weeks that have been absolutely life-changing, and I cannot even express the shifts that have gone on for me energetically, as well as showing up for me in the physical reality. I'm going to be sharing so many more videos on this in the coming days, but I wanted to pop in and share something right now today about this. And you want to make sure you stick around till the very end, because I'm going to be sharing two of my favorite methods to help you do this work, to do this inner healing, this releasing, this shifting, no matter what kind of things you're holding on to, no matter what kind of pain, trauma, or really deeply rooted beliefs that are impacting you right now. By the end of this video, you will know the two most powerful ways to break through, to heal, to release, and to get to where it is you want to be. So stick around, let's get going. Okay, so I want to start off by saying one of the most important things you need to realize when you're doing this inner healing work, or literally any kind of personal development work in your life, and that is that in order to heal, you have to reveal. Now, there's like a quote, I don't know if it's actually real or not, whether Jay-Z said this, but I've shared it on my Instagram before, and it was like, you cannot heal what you never reveal. Again, did Jay-Z actually say that? I'm not sure. You can let me know if you actually research it or if you know that, but I mean, regardless, there's truth to that. You cannot heal what you never reveal. So the biggest thing, and I talk about this inside my free mindset training, which is linked down below, and it's sharing with you the 3 most common mistakes that do keep people stuck in these patterns and really unenjoyable lifestyles and circumstances and mindsets for way too long. But one of the most common things I see from people is their attempt to just find a band-aid fix to cover things up instead of actually doing the work. Now, this is why I talk about holistic healing and holistic approaches, because that means looking for the root cause and actually healing that issue. Whereas like a band-aid fix or basically just covering it up is looking at, oh yeah, I've got this problem, but I don't want to heal it. I just want a quick fix to make it seem better, so that I can ignore it and push it aside. This is where so many people get stuck. This is why people have a lot of addiction issues, and let's not get into that, but looking for solutions externally instead of fixing internally and actually finding that root cause to heal it. So when you're working on healing your life and any area, whether you're looking for improvements in your physical health, your mental health, your spiritual health, your emotional health, your overall quality of life, which is obviously impacted by all of those things, wherever you're looking for healing and improvement, you cannot heal unless you first reveal. So you need to uncover and understand where these things are stemming from. I'm a broken record on this, but it's because it works. That is where step number 1, like that is the foundation. You have to become aware. You have to do that deep dive, that reflection, that understanding and clarity around where is this coming from? What is this telling me? What does this mean? And using that as the place to understand where to even begin your healing journey and begin moving forward from. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk about though is I'm going to break it up into 2 actually, but shifting the stories, but on an even deeper level is shifting the timelines. And this is what's so cool, because lately I have been diving into quantum healing, which has been absolutely transformative and mind-blowing. It's something that I've been interested in for a long time and have been reading about for on and off for the last few years. I think I first came across it a few years ago. But like actually having experienced it and working with a quantum healer has been so powerful in only two and a half sessions, really. So the first one was a really short intro and a quantum healing meditation to get started so that I could start connecting and anchoring into the quantum field and expanding my level of consciousness that way, which was so powerful, and I practice it every morning now. And then we had 2 full sessions where we did a timeline repair and we did a relationship repair, and like diving into relationships to do healing in that area of my life. So what's so cool about this, if you're interested, make sure you check out the links down below. I've shared Amelia's Facebook page. You can check her out, get in touch with her. Honestly, it's well worth it. It's so powerful what kind of shifts come from this. So if we break this into these 2 things, shifting your stories first, that's the mindset piece, right? And then this part, the timeline, is going to be the energy piece in how I'm going to be describing this and breaking it down on the video. So your stories are your beliefs. This is your subconscious programming. This is what you believe to be true. This is the identity that you feel you are. Now, everything is just a belief. So if you believe you're ugly, you're going to continue to feel ugly. You're going to continue to tell that story. You're going to continue to play small, to be insecure, to show up from that place. If you tell yourself the belief that you're beautiful and everybody loves you, you're going to be showing up in a totally different energy and with totally different mindset power and confidence as you go forward in your life. So the stories you tell yourself are some of the most powerful things ever. And I know that in my own life as well as in the lives of all of my clients, that by changing your story, you can change your life. And you can start to heal the struggles and the traumas and the things that are weighing you down. So that's the mindset piece. Now, if we look at the energy piece and the timeline, this is where that quantum healing comes in. And before I understood and practiced quantum healing, because like I said, I've only been doing it the last few weeks since I started working with Amelia, but before that specific quantum healing, I was still doing the energy work in terms of Reiki, in terms of meditation, in terms of hypnosis, a lot of different connecting to the energetic field. There's a notification here. Bothering me. So meditation was a really powerful way for me to dive deep, and I actually had these deep connections with my spiritual self and connecting to the universe, really feeling so at peace and at home in my energy body and in this understanding of who I truly am, which is a soul having a human experience. So through meditation, through yoga nidra, and through hypnosis, I was able to do a lot of this energy healing. And through Reiki, I was able to do a lot of this energy healing already. What's so cool about quantum healing and what makes it different is that you can actually go back and you can repair the timeline. So, for instance, if you have an experience that happened in your childhood that really caused you to feel like you weren't good enough, and it really created a lot of insecurities moving forward and a lot of unworthiness, that is like considered a timestamp in your reality. Now, in terms of energy and in terms of the quantum field, everything that ever existed still exists, and everything that ever will exist in the future is already here now. Matter is just constantly evolving and changing form and changing shape. So everything is already here, which is why manifestation is so cool, because everything you want already exists. It's just about aligning your energy with it so that you're in the frequency to attract or call in or align with what it is you're trying to manifest, right? So on the quantum field, and we've got our physical timeline in terms of like ages moving forward and like these stories, right? So if you go back to a timestamp and a part where this exact memory caused a lot of unworthiness and a lot of insecurity, through quantum healing, you can actually go back and implant and repair that memory and repair that event. You're able to connect with God consciousness, with the higher power, with your multidimensional self, which is like your highest self, the highest evolvement of you. You're able to bring in this healing energy and shift and repair that timeline. So through working with Amelia, we had one session that was so powerful where we went back to this memory where that created a ton of my unworthiness and a ton of my insecurities around feeling like I was good enough, like I deserved money, and like I deserved time or love, where really just created this culmination of things where I felt like my worth was being questioned and I felt so small and inadequate. So while working together, we went back into this place. We were able to connect with God consciousness as well as my multidimensional self that I mentioned, and bring in this energy. And I'm not kidding, honestly, the second we brought that energy in, like, I was feeling such strong negative emotions going back into this memory. It was really deep, and this was something that I wasn't consciously thinking about every single day, but I was able to uncover, like, wow, this was a big starting point for this feeling. So I was feeling really hurt and upset, and by bringing in this higher energy, immediately, like, I started crying this relief of feeling loved, feeling supported, knowing that I was always good enough and always have been. And it was so profound. And then we continued to work through different parts of that scenario, connecting with the people who were involved, changing the energy, changing the timeline. And by bringing in that God consciousness, you're bringing in that divine potential and that infinite love, or that divine love and that infinite potential. You know what I mean? You're bringing that in, and it really changes the energy of that whole memory. So by the end of that session, not only did like my inner child and my 7 or 8 year old self, who had created this really painful memory and emotion around that experience, not only did we heal her perception of it in the quantum field, because remember, time doesn't exist. So we were able to heal that as if it like literally was just happening in that moment and not 21 years ago or 20 years ago. We were able to go back and heal it. And then my present day self was able to feel major shifts in terms of her confidence, her self-worth, and just knowing, like, I truly could feel on a cellular level everything had changed and shifted in me to be like, holy shit, you are enough. Like, you've always been enough. And it was this different level of awareness than what can come solely from the mindset work. And so I just think this combination of mindset and energy is so powerful. And I wanted to share that because I know how much these things have changed my life. And so with all of that said, I will share more about that. But what's really cool, actually, one more thing. What's really cool is that when you repair these timelines, that is where you can hear about quantum leaping, where you're literally leaping from like one reality, and super quickly, it's like bang, you're in a new reality. And you're like, how did this happen? How did I get here so fast? And it doesn't make sense on a logical scale. If you go like, how did I? It doesn't make sense, but somehow you did it. So what's really cool about the quantum leaping is that as you shift your energy and your belief about yourself and what's possible for you, that's what aligns you. So like I mentioned earlier about manifestation, that aligns you so much quicker so you can jump that quantum field, or jump that quantum timeline, inside the field, to shift into a new reality that you're desiring. So that is very cool. In terms of manifestation, since I brought that up, if you are looking for more help with manifesting, make sure you check out this video here where I'm sharing 2 major blocks that can keep you and hold you back from your manifestation. And this will really change everything for you. And it has helped me so much whenever I'm trying to align and manifest and just call in my new desires. So repairing timelines is huge. Now, I want to share and finish this video off. Firstly, if you've been enjoying this, please hit the thumbs up, please subscribe and turn on notifications so that you are first to be notified every time I put out a new video. And I really appreciate it. I love knowing what you guys resonate with so that I can continue to create more. So those thumbs up go a long way. It also helps more people see these videos, which is really helpful. So thank you in advance. Make sure you comment any questions. If you've had any questions as you're watching this, comment them down below so I can answer those in a future video and share more with you. So my two favorite methods, let's be a little bit biased here. My first favorite method is the 90-day Conquer Your Mind program that I've created. The reason this is my favorite method for healing your life and healing your own mindset and overall belief in yourself is that it does this deep work over a 90-day period. We start with month 1, diving into your stories. All of this stuff we're talking about, we got to reveal it to heal it. You have to shift your story. So we start by uncovering these stories, the limiting beliefs, the past struggles, the insecurities, the anxieties, the fears, the doubts, any negative energy and any negative story. We're working through that so that you can see that it's not true and you start to realize this is just a story I'm telling myself. I don't have to be so tied to it, and this is not actually my identity. So month 1 is all about that deep releasing, and then month 2 is the building month. So it's all about building up your confidence, building up your alignment with yourself, your positive habits, showing up in the world the best way you can, which now that you've released those things, it's a lot easier to actually step into this place. And then month 3 is all about aligning with your higher self. So that is your intuition. That is really connecting to gratitude, to the energy around you, and learning how to manifest, to use law of attraction. And because you've shifted your identity over these 3 months, you've released and let go of all the baggage at the beginning, you've started to find more confidence and comfort in your true self in month 2, and you're literally just like ascending into your higher self, into feeling confident, aligned, and being able to show up in the world in a new way. The reason it's also so powerful is because it's a combination of mindset and energy. It's not just the mindset work. There are deep meditations for you every single week that people my clients send me the most amazing messages all the time about these meditations, and how it just blows them away what's possible from doing them. And I get it, because it seems so simple when we hear like, go meditate, right? It's like, oh, it's easy to dismiss that, but when you have the right meditations and it's combined with the right steps and a proven system moving you through the mindset work, when you combine that energy work through the meditations, these huge releases start to show up, and you do literally shift into a new identity and a new version of yourself. So shameless plug, check out Conquer Your Mind down below. There is a link for more info on it, as well as my free mindset training to learn all about this 3-step process more in depth. And then you can book a call to chat with me if you want to join. I would love to work with you on this deep healing work. So that is my first favorite method. And then now that I've experienced it, I've got to say that, like, more powerful than some of the other methods I've tried, and bigger results in a shorter time span or time frame, is quantum healing. So it is so powerful because you're able to literally go back and heal the things that started all of these patterns for you. So another one we did in regards to relationship was also related to self-worth, as I mentioned with my other memory, but due to negative relationships with men, and then especially with being sexually assaulted and having such a traumatic experience, those were things that were continued to be stored in my mind, body, and soul. So when we go back using quantum healing and we go back to a different timeline, we can really shift the beliefs I have about myself, the experiences that were created, and bring in a more positive energy around that so that I don't continue to carry it in the present moment. And Dr. Joe Dispenza has so many amazing quotes, but one of the things he always talks about is just the fact that like you're continuing to live your past every single day until you do this work. And he's big on quantum healing, but until you do this work to heal the past and heal your mindset and your beliefs of who you are right now in the present, every single day in the present, you're still carrying the past. You're still carrying your old stories. You're carrying the old trauma. You're carrying the things that really shifted and impacted you and made you feel not enough or made you feel caught in the struggle, right? That is so strongly linked into who you are right now in the present until you do this work to shift out of it. And if you desire a better future, you can't still be living in the past. And I think that's kind of where Dr. Joe has a lot of really good quotes. Like, you're not going to create the future that you want if you're still living in the past. And until you do this work, you are living in the past. And I know for myself, after losing my brother, after being sexually assaulted, after having a horrible, traumatic car accident, I was living in the past every single day. I was carrying that every single day and letting that shift my perception of who I was and what I was capable of. It impacted who I believed I could have relationships with. It impacted what I believed I deserved. I was living in the past. I'm not anymore. And that's because I've done this work. It's because I spent 8 years learning how to heal this stuff, and I built my Conquer Your Mind program based around the exact stuff that helped me get out of that place and create this new future for myself and this new identity. And then the quantum healing that I've been doing the last few weeks is literally just the icing on the cake. So check out all of these resources if you are ready for serious transformation, and if you're tired of spinning your tires and trying out things or reading different books or just feeling lost and alone and stuck, because there are ways to heal whatever it is. It doesn't matter how much you've been through or how much you feel you're carrying. If you have the right process and the right support, you can overcome that and create a new identity for yourself. And these are the 2 best ways to do it. So check out those links down below. Make sure you also check out Amelia's Quantum Healing Facebook page. Get in touch with her if you want to book a quantum healing session. Make sure you tell her I sent her your way. I'm not like affiliated or anything, but just let her know that you came from one of my videos, and then that'll be exciting. And I hope you check it out because it really has changed so much for me in the last few weeks, on top of everything that I've been doing for the last 8 years. So thanks so much. I will see you on the next video, and make sure you check out some of these other videos here as well if you want to dive more into mindset, subconscious reprogramming, and all of these different healing modalities to totally change your life. See you guys later. Bye now.